Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. Today you join me halfway through a very long drive into the wonderful state of Wisconsin. I found something on Marketplace that has to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. So naturally, we're gonna go buy it. I'll see you there. Okay, so at this point you've already seen the thumbnail and read the title, so you know what's happening here today. But there's still enough surprises to be held with what the hell is in front of me right now. Everyone meet Austin and the Rx7 he built. So Austin, you listed this on Marketplace. I saw it, got really confused by the hood. I was like, what the hell is that hood? I was scrolling through and then I saw a big expansion chamber under the hood, and I went, what kind of weird rotary performance stuff is this? And then I saw this. That right there is an Arctic Cat 800cc two-cylinder, correct?
Yep, 160 horsepower, EFI, oil injected.
Would you say it's arguably more reliable than the rotary?
Definitely, so far at least, in my experience.
I haven't worked on rotaries, I worked on snowmobiles, and I found those to be horribly unreliable, so...
Yeah.
We'll see. So, okay, walk us through. People are probably curious, what is going on right now?
Okay, so basically, I saw one other person that did it online, and they essentially just hooked the clutches up to the drive shaft going straight back.
Okay.
But I really wanted to have reverse, so it's just connected to the stock 5-speed transmission. We just machined a little shaft to adapt it to the clutch. So essentially, you don't shift while you're driving, you just put it in a gear, there's no clutch. Go.
So plug and play.
Yeah, you just pin it and go. Third gear works the best. You get like a little different gear ratios because the snowmobile clutches, just have like an infant ratio to them.
CVT.
So third gear is like basically the best in the car. Gives you like really good low end and like still really good top end. And obviously you still have reverse.
Can you shift while driving, or do you need it to completely stop spinning?
You could, but like the belt has like a little bit of tension on it, so like when you take it out of gear when you're driving, it's still kind of like spinning a little slowly.
Gotcha.
So you kind of have to like
jam in between, find the right spot.
Yeah, but honestly, you'll see when we drive it, there's not much need for it. It's a lot faster than I thought it would be originally, honestly.
That's more power than the rotary made, right?
Oh yeah, this thing's like twice as fast as the stock Rx7 for sure. We timed it a couple times. It does 0 to 60 in about like 6 seconds.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
for a snowmobile,
yeah,
that's pretty good for any car. Nevertheless, what we have in front of us right now,
it just helps. So, because of CVT, you just get like 160 horsepower like right away when you pin it, like the whole time. Jeez. Obviously, the more people you have, the slower it gets because it's like pretty heavy for a snowmobile engine in the belt. But
so you've built all this bracketing and everything that's holding this. Wow, you put some work into this thing. How long did this take you to build?
It was about honestly like a week and a half in my friend's garage. So
that was a busy week and a half.
Once I get an idea, I just gotta send it, see what happens.
So let's see, we got our expansion chamber still in here, but reclocked to go to a full exhaust on the car.
Yep, 2.5-inch stainless all the way back.
Oh my god. My favorite part, the part that I was really sold, I was like, this is dumb, and I kind of want it. But then I saw that it's still pull start.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, sold. So
absolutely.
You gotta come up, pop the hood with people watching, and pull start your car every time.
That's the only way to do it,
That is amazing. Speaking of that, it's a daily driving scenario right there. You didn't daily this, right?
No, I'll take it down the road every now and then, but I never got around to driving it into town or anything.
Did you autocross it or anything?
No, I never got a chance to. So, like I said, it needs a couple things in the back just to seclude the tank from the cabin.
Gotcha.
But that was one of the last things before I was gonna go.
So it's done but untested.
Yeah, well, I would say it's had a little bit of testing, but not not at an event anywhere. But we definitely ran through its paces.
Behind all that goodness there's a pretty decent Rx7 body here. This is great. So this is I don't know very much about these. This is GSL.
Yeah, so GSL has rear disc brakes and a limited slip diff. So this is a really good one to have.
Well, that's enough talking about. What do you say we rip that cord and go for a little ride?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not kidding, it is loud.
Yeah.
it vibrates so much.
That's, yeah, why I have the headphones in here that I was wearing in the video.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like everyone keeps asking me if they can drive it 6 hours home. I'm like,
you won't want to.
well, never one. It's got so good you don't want to, but also you don't want to.
Like, it is. I don't know if the camera's picking it up because it might be vibrating at just the right frame rate, but just the whole thing turns into a drum.
It's like an echo chamber.
It is crazy.
It hits like the good RPMs and like the spark plugs are clean.
That is so loud. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna explode.
There's no clutch CT, just
pick a gear and drive it like a golf
and
cart.
third gear is like primo's the best one. Like first and second are just like immediately zippy, and then it just like really slow from there because it's like the ratio's too high. So yeah, third gear's like
Do she spin them?
oh yeah.
So this thing vibrates so hard that we had to go do that twice because my camera keeps shutting
Yeah,
off.
it's an echo chamber for sure. You like
I've never seen that before.
yeah, you can't drive without these. Like we did it, like it was a mistake going 3/4 of a mile without them.
My
Like-
brain hurts.
Yeah, like we just took like a couple years off our life and our ears.
Holy crap. I don't really have any words because they don't make them for this scenario.
No, they don't. It's just kind of one of those things.
Dude, do you have a name for it?
Honestly,
A
no.
moniker or anything? Nothing.
No, you're gonna have to name it, I think.
Damn it. Put this responsibility on me.
Yeah.
Well, it's windy as hell out here. I got some cash for you. You got some papers
Beautiful.
for me. Let's put this thing on a trailer and get it back home.
Let's get her done.
I'll get her going.
Give her a yank.
This is so obscene. You know, the roads out here are rough as hell, especially in the spring. I was really hoping, I was like, I'll get some weight on the trailer and it'll mellow the 1 ton out.
I don't think you got much weight.
No.
Probably not enough.
No. What do you think this weighs?
I really wanted to weigh it. It's got to be so much lighter than stock.
It's gotta be nothing.
I mean, the engine, you just pick it up. The engine weighs 80 something pounds,
Oh
83 pounds, something like 90.
That is crazy.
And then obviously the stock gas tank's gone. That weighed a ton. The transmission's still there, which, you know, is a bit
Yep.
heavy, but
I don't know what the hell we're gonna do with this. Right now you have it set up for rallycross.
yeah.
Maybe we'll find some of that. We should invite you out to that so you can get
I would look
another
forward to
hoorah
going.
in it. So with that, we gotta load it up. I'm gonna hit the road. I got 5 hours to drive home. Hopefully get there before it's dark. Probably not. And then we'll unload this and see what Mook thinks about it and go have ourselves a little cruise around town and terrorize the town with a snowmobile Rx7. It's a goddamn airplane. What the hell? video. Iowa has always made some beautiful, beautiful sunsets. We are 1 hour and 45 minutes from home. I'm gonna knock out the rest of this trip. We'll see you guys tomorrow when the sun's back up. Morning, Mook.
Morning.
Ready for some Calamity?
Yeah.
I've officially reached peak YouTuber status where I don't build my own cars anymore and I just have someone else build them or buy them.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Meet the Rx7.
Hi. Okay, that door opens better than both of our dailies.
Oh.
Yeah, Hobbs!
Hi, Cat.
What are you doing, Hobbs?
You ready?
Yep.
Oh, she's cold. Okay. So what'd you think?
That's a lot. That was really fun.
Was it a little more intense than you thought?
Yeah, you told me it was really loud, but I was not anticipating that.
Yeah. Part of the reason it's so loud is not the actual engine noise. The engine's loud, but it's the fact that everything is hard mounted. Like, there's the engine mount to the K-member, and here's the transmission mount. And the reason he did that is because that clutch and that clutch have to stay the exact distance apart so that the belt doesn't slip. Now, what I'm thinking is if I really get ambitious, I can redo this. Yeah, I could. It mounts way down there. This won't really be that bad. I might have to get creative to clear the exhaust, but ideally what you do is create a plate off the transmission that then supports the engine so that if the transmission and engine twist, they're together. And then you isolate all that using like the original engine mounts or something, so that everything's rubber isolated, but even if it does move, it's still hard mounted between the 2 points that don't need to move.
Guess it's just straightforward three.
Yep, just shove it in third, and away we go. Those look pretty good.
It's fun.
Dude, that one's nice.
Man,
Is it blowed up?
it's almost one of those deals where it's too nice, but you know, it's portable.
Well, you already got the thing that fell off
Alright.
on the way up. So, I mean, as is every Grand Prix we've unloaded for this upcoming spring event,
Yeah.
the front valence gets ripped off. There's like a pile of them out back. It is supercharged.
Yeah.
So it is.
It's the Grand Prix, but it's right before they went to the GXP or something. I don't even know. It just says 2000 Grand Prix on the title. That's all that matters.
Oh. You sure your wife doesn't need a new car or something? This thing's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I thought about driving it up until the race. 250,000 on the old girl. You know, I think I'll keep looking. If I find a cheaper one,
Beat that one
I'll
up.
keep this one.
Or flip this one and buy two.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. This spring we're doing an event with me, all my friends, some other YouTubers out in the cornfield here. Make sure you guys subscribe to see that. There's a pile of these. That's all I'm gonna say. Speaking of unexpected things under the hood,
Where's the keys?
there aren't any. It's pull start.
Is it a pull start?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He bought a Polaris snowmobile, old 90s Indy that was 800.
Yep.
It said 800 Polaris XLT. He's like, that didn't exist. Went and looked at it, and it had this motor in it. So this motor's been in an Cat, a Polaris, and a Mazda.
Good runner, apparently.
Oh.
Somebody needs. We're gonna fix that. This is great.
Wanna go for a drive?
I do. Fun.
She loves rallycross and spinning.
That was the best free massage I ever got. That thing vibrates obnoxious.
It is so bad. Well, I think the next step, I made some calls while I was waiting on you. There's a dyno available in Ames. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 115.
That I would be okay with that. I think that's still more than stock.
Yeah.
Let's go find out. So what do you do when you buy an import with a weird engine in it? Obviously the answer to me is take it to the most prestigious restoration shop around who deals largely in imports, so this ought to be fun. Cameraman's here.
It's so small.
Oh yeah, it's RX7. You're reacting to the car as a car, not what it is.
Wait, is it not a car?
No, it is a car, but
I'm confused by what's...
You don't even know what's in this, do you?
No.
Oh man.
That's not a Dorito. Wait, is that a... That's a normal transmission. So, wait, what?
That's a snowmobile engine, son.
Oh, that explains the, like, clutch pack looking thingy. What the hell?
Do you want to drive around the front?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no clutch. You stick it in third, and you just go. Let me get it going for you here, Jess.
What?
Hop on in. Loud from outside, too.
You didn't drive it here, did you?
Oh, God, no. We trailered it. How about that?
Pretty cool.
Those are words for it, I guess. So everyone, this is Steve from This Week with Cars. Good buddy of ours here who, like I said, has one of the most prestigious restoration shops in the area. So we thought, of course, we'll bring our snowmobile powered RX7 over, especially because you have a dyno. Oh yeah, how was it inside?
That? Aggressive?
A little loud?
It was loud.
So we got CVT using one of the snowmobile bearings at that, right to the front of the trans. Everything is hard mounted to the car, so the whole kind of body becomes essentially a speaker cone, and the cab becomes a resonating box, and you kind of just implode when you're inside.
You're using the CVT, but then you can't really shift the other manual transmission at all.
You pretty much just stick it in third, and that's from a stop to about 70 is good power all the way through.
Okay.
But you have reverse when you're stopped, which is the big thing.
This thing's a race car. It's got dual spark on it.
You want to drive it?
If we don't break it, and the rest of this, I'll drive it.
And now for that. That was a rough transition right there. Out with that, in with this. Steve said he hadn't set enough scales, so we're going to roll this thing out and see what it weighs.
1,956 pounds.
That's more than I thought. Just shy of 2,000 pounds. With me in it, we're probably, I don't know, 2,100. That's not right. 2,200.
It does have almost perfect 50-50 weight distribution.
Is it really? Gotta pull down and all 78 horsepower it's gonna make. That's my guess.
So in third gear, you think the clutch is strong enough to spin that drum up without burning up?
We'll do donuts. How much does the drum weigh?
Probably a couple thousand pounds.
Ooh.
A few thousand pounds.
Well, we're gonna find out. I think once I get it moving, then it's just the belt doing all the stress, and we should be good in third.
Yeah, it'll probably slip the belt if
Yeah.
anything.
Sure, the math's all wrong, and it's going to be a really weird looking dyno chart since it has centrifugal clutches on top of a normal transmission. But we're just going to stick it in third and whack it and see what it does. Guesses for numbers, if it gives us a number. It might give us a math equation, I don't know. R times 7 is
I'm gonna guess 100.
100 to the wheels. Are we doing prices right rules?
Yeah.
Okay. $1?
Because of the way the transmission works, we're viewing it by time instead of RPM. So you had 80 horsepower and 121 torque.
That's pretty good. Actually, real quick, we need to talk about this graph and those figures. They are half correct. The horsepower is right. We made about 80 horsepower to the wheels. However, our torque figure of 120 is actually double what we were making at the wheels because we forgot to account for the fact that our two-stroke engine is firing the spark plug every single crank rotation instead of every other one. So where we calculated 4,000 RPM, we're actually doing 8,000 RPM and thusly made 60 foot-pounds of torque to the rear wheels. A little more research has also showed me that this engine was not the 160 model, but rather the 145 horsepower model. And 80 horsepower might seem a little low, but remember, we have a weird turn in our expansion chamber, which is probably doing the engine no favors. But most of all, we have a CVT transmission in this, and in these setups, such as on side-by-sides, which is more relatable to this since those have wheels, you see about a 30% horsepower loss in just your CVT. On top of that, we have soft snow tires, and a whole bunch of other factors aspiring against us, which gives us 80 horsepower to the wheels. However, that number is not to be slept on. It is arguably right around what the stock engine would have done, but the way it delivers it is a little different and allows us to do this all day long. I think he likes it.
That thing pushes like crazy.
Yeah, it does. I think it's a good rallycross car.
Yeah.
And that's probably just what it will stay.
It'd be really nice because you're not gonna have to worry about shifting gears when you're rallycrossing.
You just go.
The only downside is it doesn't have much engine braking.
Yeah.
So that might hurt you a little bit.
Yep. One of the reasons we're here, besides the fact that he has a dyno, is there's some extended story to the two-stroke car thing we have going on here. That's not the first one I've seen. However, this one was a factory option,
The Barkley 328.
which has factory a two-stroke motorcycle engine.
It's an Excelsior motorcycle engine. These were available in 2-cylinder or 3-cylinder.
So does it use the motorcycle trans too,
Yep.
and then drives a front axle?
Except that the first gear for the motorcycle was changed into a reverse gear, so this car does go forward and back, which is kind of unusual for a micro car like this.
It's a 700-pound car. All of it is 700 pounds, which means you can do this. So he's definitely got the weight advantage.
And unlike your car, this has electric start. Whoop.
Also obnoxious. How fast does this thing go? Does it do road speeds?
Yeah, the Barkleys all did between 60 and 90 miles an hour.
Which probably feels like 150 when you're like 3/8 of an inch off the ground in a go-kart. Snow for a minute there. So since that wasn't even close, we're gonna do a different style race. He's gonna have a rolling start and we're gonna start from a dig. For donuts, third's the one for racing. I had it in second. We ran out of top end when Steve came zipping past. Something's hissing. I'm sure that's okay.
coolant probably.
That's
Pressure.
probably fine. Faithful. That's probably the most reliable snowmobile I've ever owned.
Yeah. How the hell that belt takes that?
I don't know. That's truly the incredible feat.
Because those are some soft tires.
Yeah. They're smoking. Look at them. You know what's really impressive? The belt is still mostly potentially in one piece.
I don't know about now though. It felt a little weird
At the end there?
At the end there.
So that's gonna do it for this adventure with our snowmobile swapped RX7. Thank you, Steve, for letting us stick this on your dyno. Check out his channel this week with cars. Check out all of our friends here on YouTube, Junkyard Mook, McCool, Cars and Cameras, the whole gang. In the comments, I want you guys to let us know what you think we should do with this, if we should add any changes to it, if you see anything wrong with it that needs changed, and what events or exhibitions you think this thing should attend. Oh, also, one more thing I want to add. Thank you to Austin, who built and sold us this car. Once again, I didn't build this. I just bought it from him. He did a great job putting this together. We beat the shit out of it today. I think that's probably the hardest it's ever been driven. It's leaking a bit of coolant. We do have a couple things to fix. So credit where it's due. Austin built one hell of a thing. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.